Alright, today we are making pandan milk bread.
Yum.
Here's some B-roll of the ingredients.
First, we're going to steep some pandan leaves in some milk until it's warm and the flavors are extracted. This is optional, but I feel like it gives more pandan flavor. We're next going to measure our dry ingredients. You can use all-purpose flour instead of bread flour if that's what you have. You just might have to use a little bit more and adjust it and knead a little longer. Milk powder is also optional, so if you don't have it, don't worry about it. But if you do, great. We're using instant yeast here, but if you choose to use active dry yeast, you'll just have to activate it with some of the milk from earlier until it's nice and frothy before adding. We're adding the salt separate from the yeast because we don't want the salt to directly hit the yeast, which might kill the yeast babies.
Science.
We're going to strain our milk mixture.
Don't do that.
It's fine. Don't worry. We're going to add 1 egg. You can also whisk it beforehand, and then our pandan extract. We're going to mix it, and you might notice that some of the extract lingers at the bottom of the bowl, but you can just scrape it up and then just put it back on the dough hook. It'll be fine. Then we're going to add our dry ingredients and let our mixer do her job. You can also do this by hand. They might take a little longer, but it'll be fun.
Some B-roll of the mixing. Slow motion.
So it's coming together and it's still sticky, but that's totally fine. We're gonna scrape the bowl, scrape the dough hook, and cover it and let it rest for just about 10 minutes. After that, we're going to allow our mixer to continue kneading for another 10 minutes. Here we're gonna take our softened butter and add it in little pats, making sure it's incorporated before adding it again. You can also melt your butter if you want. And here our doughs come together. It's still sticky, you see, but it's not super sticky. It's still manageable. We are going to knead it by hand now, and we're going to attempt to get a window pane. As you'll see here, it's not quite ready, so we're just going to continue to knead it. Some people may be tempted to add in more flour, which is why I have the all-purpose flour here. But this amount of stickiness is normal. The last time I made this, which was the first time, I actually did have to add 1/8 of a cup of all-purpose flour because it was like way stickier when my KitchenAid was kneading it. It wasn't even pulling away from the sides. But this time, you don't need it. I don't know why. Because when you knead it, I mean, I might not know what I'm talking about, but when you knead it more, you're developing more gluten and you're making it better. I don't know. We're gonna continue kneading until we get our window pane. You can see the dough is becoming a little smoother, which is what we want. Once we get our window pane, we're going to form our dough into a nice little ball and place it into a greased bowl. I like to do the greasing, if you have a spray, in the sink so oil doesn't get everywhere. Trying to make it kind of pretty so when it rises, it'll be pretty. Ha! We're going to cover and let it rise until it's more than doubled. And deflate.
Did you get it? Really? Where'd they say go? You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Really?
And we're gonna measure our dough balls. I did 12 because that's what my baking tray fit, but you can do whatever you want. And then we're gonna form them into little balls. And then let it rest while we grease and butter our baking dish. And then roll our balls into tight little balls.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Cover and let it rise. Before baking, we're just going to dust with some cornstarch, but don't use as much as I did. It went a little overboard.
There was a lot of cornstarch.
But it's fine, don't worry. And here they are.
A lot of cornstarch, but it looks good.
And here is the finished bun. Look how fluffy it is.
Okay, this one.
And here we are pulling it to show you the innards. Look how fluffy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and
Don't forget to smash the like button.
we're gonna make new videos whenever.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
bye.